I timed her. She was there 15 minutes, walking back and forth, looking at the building. I don't know what she thought I was going to do. I actually went around the corner and hid. I kept peeking out though, that she wouldn't see me. Because I thought she was trying to get me thrown back in jail again. And then I talked to my old neighbor, and she apparently got a house cleaning job there. And he told me that Anastasia wants to talk to you and she wants to give you something. Now my immediate reaction is fear. She's setting me up. She's trying to put me in jail. Again. She's bipolar. Lewd. So I run. And I do believe I've read a little bit about post-traumatic stress disorder. I believe I have that, but it's caused by use. Use, the police. Because yous have attacked me. Yous are the enemy. Over and over and over. I don't understand why.
So, Basil, if we're the enemy, and I can certainly see this frustration you have against the police with your experience with them, then why did these women get killed instead of police officers? Why not direct this anger towards us rather than them?
Because I never got there yet. You're not finishing. You're not hearing the story. I told you about the fat man that was selling tobaccos to Natalie, stuck a knife into my back. They thought that I was a fucking kingpin in that fucking. I heard enough gossip stories around there that's why they were watching me when I lived on that farmhouse. I was afraid there. I was all alone, light shining, windows middle night, up there, police cruiser. Sitting up there all holding. I couldn't move. I was afraid. I went for a walk down the road one time. Police cruiser. I bet you I walked for a quarter of a mile. Police cruiser just idling right behind me all the way. I'm panicking. I just walk off into the bush. That's probably when I found the gun in the scrapyard. And it was there when they came. They ended up charging me with a bowl that wasn't working. It was my daughter's hanging on the wall, and she asked me to fix it. They charged me with a crossbow for my daughter hunting. She left it at my house. One of the coppers seen it and came back, and they charged me with having a firearm, which caused me to never be allowed to have a gun again. It was a bowl that I was trying to fix for my daughter. It was just fuck all. Stupid. I wasn't using that for any. I forgot it was there even. I couldn't care less. It was a bow. And even my brothers thought I could bow hunt. Everybody, I thought I could bow hunt. I've never read or seen anything where I'm not allowed to have a bow. My whole family's hunters. Stupid. It's like they tried to charge me with every fucking thing that. And then the retard lawyer tells me I should plead guilty. And after a while, I had given up anyway. I had given up. I had gone through so many court things. I didn't care. I do whatever the fuck you want. Stress. It's just.
This farm is Foymont Road. That's the one you're talking about.
Yeah. I think that's the name.
What happened when you went to Natalie's farm on Tuesday?
What happened? I just drove in, walked in the door. She was sitting there. She went around the corner. I followed her. Boom. Walked out. That's it. I don't think there was. And it was funny, it was like I wasn't even pulling the trigger on the gun was just going off. It was just like, boop. Alright. It's like, I don't know how to,
Was there anyone else there?
I don't think so. I didn't see anybody.
Where did you go after?
And then drove again. And when I was driving, I went to the fat man. I was trying to tell you this. The guy that she was getting those backhoes from. He was the guy that was selling them. I found out where he lived, a little sawmill. Drove around the place. I talked to two people. I asked them, is the big guy here? And they both said no. One guy said he was there on the other side. The other guy said, no, he's not here. I drove around. And then I left.
Did you ever know his name?
Never. Natalie had all of the, not me. All I ever done with him was sold him eggs. When he'd come, she told me to go out and I would sell him eggs, little peewee eggs, and he always said they're for his sister. And he used to buy a little bit of chicken and stuff or something. But that's not what he was there for. It was, I'd sell or go out and go back and get eggs, and then Natalie would go over, and I don't know what the fuck they were doing. And then when I was in jail, the shit hit the fan over that, and there was people, I don't know how many I heard them charged with or caught with equipment, and I knew nothing about any of that. And little by little, I picked it. Even Anastasia knew somebody that had one of those stolen pieces of equipment. The connection between Anastasia and Natalie was, I really don't know the full, if I tried to tell you, I could be lying, so I'm not. I don't know how the real thing happened there between Natalie, the fat man, but somehow Anastasia knew, she told me she knew somebody that had one of those backhoes. I don't remember. But Anastasia used to come to the farm with Eric, the boyfriend. And poor Eric, I don't know whatever happened to him, but Anastasia told me that she was going to charge him. I don't know if the guy pled guilty or what he done or if it went. She told me that Chief was drunk and fell against the railing and broke it, cracked it. And then she told the police that he pushed her. And I told her that was wrong, not to do that. And then I thought I had convinced her. And I went to a friend's house sit for a week, and when I was gone, she phoned the police and charged him. And I seen the railing, and it was a joke. I don't know what happened to him. I did even text him and tried to warn him that she was going to charge him with assault and that I was trying to talk her out of it. But he had already told me that she is nuts, and I didn't believe, because I only as a friend, and I never saw her go ape shit.
This is the fat man?
No.
Oh.
Eric was the guy that
Anastasia's boyfriend.
Yeah. First he rented my house.
Yeah.
I was living on the farm, fine out. Then they bought the house. And then they were splitting up. And I believed Anastasia, and I think I was wrong. I don't know, but then Eric.
Basil, you said that you'd been at a gas station that was closed when you first went to get gas?
There's only one gas station in Palmer. I pulled into the parking lot and I sat there for a while. Because the little light was on, the gas pump.
And what's it called?
Gulicks. It's Gulick Forest Products. And the gas is very seldom open, but it was a Monday or Tuesday, is it? So, I phoned there. Yes, to see if it was open.
This is Gulick's in Palmer.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there was no answer.
Now, is this after you'd been speaking with Elizabeth about the Bible?
Yeah, next day maybe.
But before you went to Carol's?
Yeah. And I didn't get gas because they were all
closed, right?
I sat there for a while and
then the phone that you took from Carol's cell phone.
Yeah. I only took it because I dumped her purse to find the keys, and there was the phone. I don't know why I picked it. Well, I took. I don't know. I don't remember thinking about it, but I just thought I was going to. Maybe that wasn't. Maybe the thought was. I don't know. I thought I was going to read. I wanted to read why she was laughing when she was texting. She was really laughing a lot in the cottage, and I was sitting over.
Do you remember where you threw the phone away? You seemed to think it was Eganville, but then you weren't sure.
I never went to Eganville. I would think I threw the phone away. I'm 4 or 5 miles from the Flyman farm, because I know it rang, and it was on the dash, and I just, window was open, I just threw it.
Did you notice any landmark in the area?
I have no clue.
If I showed you a map, would you know the road?
It's just the same road. But I have no idea. I never did look at it. When it started to ring or chirp, I just assumed it was the guy.
There was a nylon rope that the police found at Carol's. Do you know anything about that? The yellow nylon rope?
Yeah, that had a loop in it that we used. I put through to pole branches. There was a loop tied on the end of it, and the other end was open, I think. And then I'd slip the open end through the loop and hook it around the branches to drag them to the fire pit.
Mm-hmm. How did it end up in the house?
It was almost in the house. Carl used to give me shit for leaving tools outside, things outside in the weather, like, you know, even a screwdriver she'd flip out on me. So everything was, and cable, TV cable, and the rope, I guess, were in a pile when I picked it up.
How do you feel about what's happened to these women, Basil?
I don't know what to say to you because there's two of me.
Well,
That doesn't make sense, does it?
Well, let's hear two perspectives.
It's not, it's
How do you feel right now? Not at the time is what I'm getting at. Right now, me and you in this room.
empty. Empty. Confused. Even disorientated, if that makes sense. Like, because, and like this, there's still, how do you say it? Part of me says, I don't God, and the other part is saying it's the wrong way. So I don't know. I am fucking, I never even realized until I was just talking to you here when I tried, now I can't even bring it back. When I tried to explain to you about me being here and I've done something about the zombie was there and I tried to explain it to you here and that made something, because I never saw it like that. How I done it, I explained it to you without me fucking, and right now I don't even know how I explained to you. If that
Well, do you understand how what's happened to these three women is wrong?
Yeah.
Would you take it back if you could?
Of course you would. But I don't know. Why? Doesn't make sense. When I asked Anastasia, why did you lie? Why couldn't she just have said, I'm sorry? And I'm sure now I would have stopped. That would have been enough. Or say, because, or say, and it's because she lied. It would have stopped right there, but she still lied. And Carl, nice. And I talked to her so much about being honest and the truth and positive, and she still lied. And I told her about how lies have fucked me and my family and my life and how it has projected me as something I'm not. I don't really care, but I have a bad bone in my body. So many people know about all the things my ex-wife done. I've been told I would never put up with that. I would be so mad. I would kill her. All of these things. And anytime I said all I feel is pity. I feel sorry for her. I've told my kids, I feel sorry for your mother. And I tell them that if they could help her, I can't anymore. one time do, I heard them talking about an intervention. I was happy. I thought, oh, the kids will get together, they'll do something. So I feel sorry for my ex-wife. And you asked me about the police. Yeah. The cop, because Miller put it to me for nothing, and the other one was Laura's friend, the cop. I can't even remember his name. Because he put it to me, and he was fucking cruel.
Laura's friend, the cop. Don't remember his name.
It's right in there, but it's not there. Dirty fucking cop. Yeah, the one I'm talking about used to sell cocaine in high school. He was in high school. Laura, I guess, was in high school. She's older. And Laura's a bipolar drug addict. I know this for a fact because I don't know how many people told me about him, and now he's a police officer. And in fact, what is this? When Laura stole my truck, we didn't even talk about that. He came. I phoned the police. He came instead of following through. And I told him, I said, it shouldn't be you. This is a conflict of interest because you're a friend of hers. And he just kept on talking. I said, why? There's another cruiser. I said, why isn't that cop talking? I don't know him. He said, no. He kept on. Then he left my place and he went directly to her place and told her everything that I said and that she was going to be charged. And then after, a day or two later, then he removed himself from the case because of a conflict of interest. But first he went, and then it went to a Shirley Bird, and Laura stole my credit cards in Ottawa, and I thought it's so simple. The video in the store and the city at Christmas, her using my card, and nothing happened. Nothing. What is that cop's name? He was supposed to go and talk to the tow truck driver. I remember reading some of the paper, and he never did. I went to talk to the tow truck driver and asked, did that cop ever come and ask it? You know. And yet I read Shirley Bird's thing, assigning that cop to go. So I went and asked that tow truck driver myself. No, never did show up. So anything to not get the truth is what happened. And it's the same, it's the same time that the two cops beat me up New Year's Eve because they seen the criminal record. I was the designated driver. I don't care what anybody says. I did not drink. She was drunk. I was driving her home. I pretended to drink that night because she's bipolar. So she would push me with her drink. I'd take it. I'd hold it. A little while later, she'd take it out of my hand and give it back. She'd put it. I'd hold it. I never took one fucking drink. She thought I was drinking. But that was to appease her. As long as she thought I was drinking, she was happy. I had to drink with her. I didn't drink. And then the cops, they pulled me over at the roadside. It wasn't a roadside, it was just two cops drunk in a police cruiser on the back road that I used to get home. They'd been there for hours because there was that much snow on the road. I pulled over and two of them get out and they're both fucking wobbling. The radio in that cruiser was so loud you couldn't even hear. And I told them I was a designated driver and whatever, and they just carried on. And then a little while, I'm not quite home, the same cruiser comes, pulls me over again. And that's because they read the computer thing, ran my plate, and there was Basil Borutski was charged with rape and whatever, 12 charges that weren't supposed to be there. He was found not guilty of them. That was all a loony wife. I was already years before and gone, and I was never found guilty of none of them. And that's why the police should have seen that. And then the next time she went nuts, they should have been saying, hey, look at this lady's loony. She ran him through the ringer twice already. Now this is the third time. Why aren't we looking at his side? But that's not the way it was. Again. And then I lost my house over that. It's crazy.
When you look at...
I know where that cop lives, on Mask Island in Barry's Bay, and I can't remember his name. It's not there.
Mask Island?
It's right in the town of Barry's Bay. There's a little causeway in Mask Island he lives on.
And this is OPP guy?
Yeah.
Basil, when you look back at everything that's happened to you here over the last couple of days, since Monday, do you feel sorry about how it all ended?
Of course I feel sorry. Maybe that's why I didn't. No, I know why I didn't shoot myself. But I did know that if I kept the gun and waved it around, for sure I would have been shot. I was thinking but not thinking. I was thinking a little better when I sat down at that picnic table and I started writing. For some reason things seem to be more clear. Must have, because I didn't move anymore.
How long were you there?
A couple of hours. Did you just find the booze?
I'm not sure. Did you have booze then?
I had a bottle of 40 Creek and a bottle of wine and a little bottle of Fireball. I left the car and went through the bush back out to the highway, and I crossed the highway. And before I found the gun, I left the booze there because I planned on drinking and blowing my head off. But then by that time I started thinking about it, you can't do that, Basil, you're innocent. If you blow your head off, you'll never go to heaven because...
So the booze you left with the gun in the bush?
No, I dropped the booze, then a while later I left the gun. Maybe not far apart, 100 yards, 200 yards, I don't know. I just knocked the booze down. Then later I was walking, I'm not in good shape. I don't know how long it took me to get that far. I know I was really, really tired. I remember my right leg was really sore, so I was sort of flopping around. Maybe I was in a plantation where I left the booze. They had a dog there, they must have found it, did not backtrack me.
You know what, they may have, I just don't know. This is the first I've heard of some booze. So. They may already have found it, I don't know.
I didn't open any of it. They were all new full bottles.
Okay.
I left $100 in Cheryl's console for gas. I thought I was going to get shot, so I texted her and told her I'm sorry.
Are there any other victims out here that we need to know about, Basil?
Victim?
Yeah, like other than these 3 women here, is there anybody else?
No.
No other bodies that we're gonna find?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Not that.
Let me ask you this, Basil. I understand that you don't, you have a mistrust for police and you don't like them.
How would they?
And I get that.
If you're listening to me, how could I?
I am listening. And what I want to ask you is this. Time you and I have been in here together today.
Yeah.
Have I treated you fairly?
I don't know.
Well, you're you. You're sitting here, right?
I don't know if you're treating me fairly. I don't know. I don't even really know what you're doing. I don't know if you're going to take whatever I said and twist it around, because that's what happens